this the one they're doing in Washington? They're doing a very similar RGB.
Ready to go?
Yeah, roll.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to today's special meeting. It is 5:30 p.m., and I'd like to call this meeting to order. Rafael, can you do roll call, please?
Aaron Ronnie Rivera,
Present.
Richard Gonzalez,
Present.
Sandra Lanise,
Present.
Mark Moran,
Present.
David Salazar,
Present.
Veronica Gonzalez,
Present.
and our newest member, Gregory Vasquez.
Present.
And I'd like to take a moment to welcome Greg Vasquez.
Thank you.
I know that he's going to be a great asset to our board, so welcome aboard.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, seeing that we have quorum, I call the meeting to order and ask that we do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Certification of public notice, item 2. Rodel, was the meeting posted properly?
Yes, sir. The meeting was posted in accordance with the Open Meetings Act on July 3rd, 2025, at or before 5 o'clock.
Thank you. Now we move on to item 3, disclosure of conflict of interest. Manny?
Good afternoon, board members. Under Texas law, a conflict of interest exists when a board member or certain members of their family has a qualifying financial interest in a matter before this board. Members with conflict should refrain from both discussion and voting on that particular item. Are there any conflicts to disclose?
No, sir.
No. Okay, moving on to item 4, public comments. Samantha, do we have any public comment? Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With gifts like that, you might have 4 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you.
Good evening. Ronnie Laralde, Executive Director of the Edinburgh Chamber of Commerce and
And
Explore.
you get an extra minute.
Edinburgh.
Okay,
Thank you. I just wanted to thank you all for your continued support through the years. We're just coming off our 4th of July event, Texas Cookham High Stakes in Edinburgh. It was the 19th annual, and we finally got some rest, but it was a great event. We've heard a lot of great things. There was a lot of people there. We're estimating around 10,000 people. We had 63 teams compete. And we had, everything just got bigger. We had a bigger family fun zone, the great entertainment we have with the skydive jump. But I think the biggest thing was just having a free event for our community. We saw many people from across the valley enjoying Ebony Hills Golf Course, a nice green space in the city of Edinburgh, which we were able to do. Something special, quality of life event, which fills a role in our mission and what we do here. Of course, this isn't possible without the business community, the EDC, and of course our city of Edinburgh, the complete staff. But I think it's all worth it. It takes a lot of hard work and manpower, and then also on a holiday. But just to sit there at the very end and enjoy some time with family and friends. And thank everything for what we have, especially the freedom and where we live. I think it's, a great event for our community. I did want to say thank you. I saw many faces there out there enjoying the event right in our own backyard. So a terrific event. We hope to continue to hit the 20th year coming next year. So we look forward to your continued support. So once again, thank you for everything you all do. Especially with the support of this event as well. So thank you.
Thank you,
Ronnie, I want to just commend you on an amazing event. It was absolutely fantastic. That fireworks display, it was beyond. It really was. congratulations to everybody, to you and the team. It was really fantastic to see the city of Edinburgh all out as a community together. So thank you.
Thank you.
Honestly, Ronnie, I have two things to say. Number one, my kids loved the Taylor Swift tribute band, but I love the Foo Fighters tribute band. Y'all did an awesome job with the music acts this year, and I'm very excited to see what you guys do next year, man. But it was an amazing event. Great job to y'all.
Thank you. All right. Y'all have a good night. Thank you
too.
once
Have
again.
a good night, Ronnie. Thank you. Okay, item number 5, agenda items. Consider approval of minutes for a special board meeting held on June 23rd, 2025. The minutes are in the board packet and should have been read. Are there any changes to the minutes? Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
So move.
Second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye, raising your right hand. All opposed, same. Motion passes. Next item is 5B, consider presentation and approval of sponsorship for RGV Lead Regional Workforce Alignment and Leadership Engagement.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Marco Silva. I'm the executive director for RGV Lead. I want to start off by thanking you guys for giving me this time to be here. I'm representing RGV Lead. If you're not too familiar with the organization, it's been around for about 30 years with the goal of aligning our classrooms to the industry and the movement of our workforce demands, and making sure that we provide services to students, teachers, counselors, our CTE directors, and our superintendents. What we do and what you have in front of you is a labor market report. So for over our 3 decades, we have produced this labor market report that is specific to our school districts. The state of Texas approves career clusters that then funnel down to our ISDs, and they build their CTE departments under this direction. What we do is we find the job availability for these careers and the areas in where students can receive certifications. We attach those job openings to these career clusters, to the amount they're going to get paid, and then we showcase what a student needs to, how long a student needs to get educated, what institutions they can go here in the Valley to receive these certifications to get these jobs. And so this labor market report, it's almost a career pathway report, in where we show families and students what is available, how they can get those certifications. And over the last year, we have tried to expand who this report goes to. So what you'll notice is that this year, we turned this report into Spanish, allowing these conversations to happen at home with our families, and making sure that more individuals get this information of the job availability. What you also have in front of you is our impact report from this last year, really showcasing some of the development and some of the improvement that we have made in the organization. We have clubs in all our partnering school districts, which we service around 20 school districts here in the Valley. And we have conferences for students, we have professional development for teachers, and monthly CTE meetings, and have meetings with superintendents from across the region. Again, all of them aligning what the economic development goals are for a region and what that looks like in our classrooms. And what I'm here for today is to ask for your support for us to continue doing this work. You have a sponsorship packet in front of you that has 3 different levels. The first level is for us to continue working on our labor market report and continue to provide this not only for our schools, but to our families, and also expand some of the information there to let EDCs know some of the certifications, the numbers that are coming out of our school districts, so that they know how many students are being certified with what type of education out of high school, to better prepare them as they're looking out for corporations to come down, or to say we need to look at surrounding districts and see what are they certifying, right? So we want to expand the information on our labor market report. The second tier is to be involved in our events, to be presenters, to be in meetings with superintendents, with students. As a former counselor, as a former teacher, there's one thing to build a pathway, there's another thing to get kids interested in that pathway. And so the way that we're doing it is we have 4 leadership conferences for the region for students, typically for about 300 students in each. and we are presenting some of the future jobs, some of the future industries that are coming into our region. And so we're creating that interest so that perhaps it will be an after-school club in their school, but that turns into an interest enough to have a career pathway that leads into some of the work that is happening in your city. So, for example, with the push of Soho and their presence, right? What can high school students learn about now that will better position them to find employees here in this region and around this city, right? And then the last one is for us to really be the mediator between the EDC and the ISD and ISD surrounding. How can we build meetings? How can we do professional development to the staff, to the CTE director and the superintendent, so that we can all align some of the work that they're doing in the school system to the goals of the EDC. And so again, we're here asking for support for this upcoming year. You guys have been gracious with us already. One of the events that you guys really helped us out with last year was the State of Education and Industry at the Bird Ogden. That was the first time SpaceX came to this side of the valley and had a public presentation about what they're doing in Brownsville. And for us, it was really for this side to know what is happening over there. How do we prepare our students from this side for jobs over there? So that they're still in the valley and they're not looking elsewhere if they need to. So we want to continue this partnership. We want to make sure that we work with you year round. And so this is the start to that.
So Marcus, I have a question. Edinburgh ISD is one of the largest school districts in the Rio Grande Valley. I noticed they weren't a member. Do you know why they're not a member?
We're actually in conversations with them and have met with Dr. Salinas. And so we are looking to have that in the next school year. But we do meet with all CTE directors monthly through Region 1 workshops and have conversations about how they can engage with us.
Okay. And how long have y'all been in existence? I know RGV Lead's been around a while, but I just didn't remember how long.
32 years.
Okay.
Has Edinburgh ever been a part of RGV Lead?
Yes. And it's a year membership, so every year the school district has the opportunity to join. And so obviously that fluctuates depending on leadership, depending on who's in charge that year. So every year we actually are starting that right now, working already with our superintendents and our CTE directors to renew some of those memberships.
And how long has it been since Edinburgh has been a part? I'm just curious.
I don't have the exact number off the top of my head. I can get back to you on that.
That would be great. Thank
yes.
you.
Is there any measurable outcome that we can expect on how it has impacted Edinburgh students or businesses?
Yeah, and I think that's where we want to go, right? One of the things with this sponsorship is that we look and do a lot more research on how are we engaging our students here. We can find metrics on engagement from our end, but really, what does that look like for the EDC? I mean, a prime example just here right now with us is our intern, right? A UT student who was part of the Youth Mayor Council here in the city. And so now she's interning in our office. And like I mentioned, we have clubs in every one of our school districts in their schools. And their focus is to help their CTE departments recruit from the middle school into there. And so there is definitely measures that we can put in place to see what that looks like. We want to formulate.
But is there anything that has been done in the past so we can see how we've been impacted in the past?
I don't have that with me, no? But I can definitely put something together.
Yeah, I would like to see that. That's in the last few years.
Not to interrupt you, I'd like to see when was the last time Edinburgh CISD was involved as a member, and when is your annual renewal for the school districts? Mm-hmm. Of course, and I think that we're all going down the same path. We're looking for Edinburgh as also not on the EDC side, but as a councilman, myself and the council, Edinburgh comes first, and we want to know if we're impacting something. I mean, it's more about the students that are here and to pursue them in the community.
Yeah.
And so I think that's very key for us to understand this, and also what has it done on the business side, the impact of the students from other areas, because again, we're trying to develop and grow Edinburgh in general.
No, completely understand, and it's something that we can definitely work on. To our other school districts that are part of this, we do look at this as regional push, right? We looked at for example, 30%, I think, of the business in Brownsville, I'm blanking on the name, but come from Edinburgh, LNG, right? So like we do share a lot of the workforce. And so a lot of this is to make sure that we put forward some of the EDC goals for the future, and that we're working with our educators to align some of those pathways.
I also do see that you do have Vanguard Academy. Do you have any numbers of what's been affected here as towards those students as far as developing them and going into the future?
Yeah. So what we do, what we do also is we do a lot of mentorship, and so some of these students yearly get partnered with community members, business owners, who will then mentor them to do entrepreneurship challenges. And so much of our matrix is essentially connecting them to the community.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Hi, my name is Marisela De Leon. I'm the board president for RGV Lead, and I feel what I'm hearing from the board is what is going to be the value that would be added for Edinburgh EDC to take part in this initiative. Just know that RGV Lead does regional impact, but what we're also wanting to do is making sure that we support and build collaborations with our local communities. We understand and recognize there is a gap between municipalities, local government, and what we've been doing successfully over the years is engaging in those partnerships and those conversations with industry. And as a city and EDC, you want to make sure that you're connecting industry partners and creating that workforce and delivering that for the community of Edinburgh. And I feel as though this is a really good opportunity for the EDC to be able to be a part of this great initiative that we've been doing for the last 32 years. We have been in conversations with the school district, and it is my hope and my determination to get them on board, because it's very crucial and important that we have that connector. We've worked with all of the local school districts in the Valley, and being an Edinburgh native, it's particularly important for me to make sure that Edinburgh sets that tone and that direction of what other communities should be doing. I think that our economic impact in the Valley is going to be immense in years to come, and I think this is a great opportunity for Edinburgh to be the steward of that going forward. So thank you for allowing Marcos some time to speak on this.
And I would like to see a report, okay, from last year or previous years before we make a decision on what level of sponsorship we would like to do. Because, we can just start off with the first level or end up with the last one, but I just want to see what impact it's had on Edinburgh. Something that brings us close.
Yeah, and we can definitely do that. We do work with our local school districts, and we do have, I know exactly what you're wanting is what is going to be that performance outcome of how many students from this particular region are going to be entering a workforce, whether it be in Edinburgh or outside of Edinburgh. Can we provide that specifically? No, because Edinburgh hasn't really been a partner. Edinburgh School District has not really been a partner. But can we collect that data and show you how other surrounding school districts have been doing? Yes, we can.
That would be cool.
But we'll have to look through historical data for when they were participants and use it as a reference point going forward.
I would like that.
Absolutely, and if you can bring back that historical data as to when Edinburgh was participating.
Yes, we can
Before we move on, I would like to acknowledge your amazing intern, Gabriela. She was part of the team that we went to Colorado together and brought home the All-America City. So congratulations, Gabriela. She was really an amazing part of our delegation for the city of Edinburgh. You're welcome.
Well, thank you so much for
Thank
your
you,
time,
Dr.
and we'll be in contact.
Yes, I encourage you guys to come back. Definitely.
Thanks. Okay, next item is 5C, consider presentation and approval of workforce. Huh?
That's not happening, right?
No.
No, on 5C, I'd ask that the board table that item.
Okay. Okay, so then, is there a motion to table?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Raise your right hand. All opposed? Motion passes. Next item, executive session. We have several projects in executive session, so can I have a motion to enter into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
The first and a second. All in favor signify. All opposed? Same sign? Okay, we're going into executive session at 5:48 PM. Thank you all very much for coming in today. Here we go. Okay, we are entering into open session. Can I have a motion to enter into open session?
So move.
We are in open session. The time is 6:35 PM. Okay, can I have a motion to proceed as discussed in the executive session on item 6A1?
Motion.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Okay. We're done. Being that there's no further action to discuss, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye, raise your right hand. Motion passes. We are adjourned at 6:35 PM. David, that was fast.